No.
He wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich, The Black Choice.
Mhm.
He's going to be, matter of fact, he was our Book of the Month club for Black History Month. I got him coming on to discuss his book. He co-authored it with Napoleon Hill. It was really crazy.
Oh, Napoleon. Sure. I definitely. Okay.
Yeah, man. Really cool.
How long ago was this? How long ago did they write it?
Man, it's been probably 40 years ago. I don't know.
Okay.
A long time ago, dude. In the 80s, maybe 70s. I don't even. It's been so long ago. Round up, homies. What's good? We here. We is here.
We have made it.
Man, we made it. Come on in, you guys. Come on in.
Come on in. Come on in.
How did y'all enjoy that weather today, Greg?
It was good, man. It was rainy earlier. Then it kind of like leveled out like that 50. Like I don't realize I wear shorts. I wear shorts year round. It seemed like now, man. It can be freezing. I just throw a jacket on and just go, man. But yeah, it was good though, man. No complaints at all.
70 degrees over the weekend is something, isn't it?
That's Virginia.
Virginia, round up. Come on in. Greetings, class. It's an honor to hang out with y'all tonight, man. Good God knows I've been working on this. We have been, you guys, I don't even know if y'all ready for all this stuff.
This is a lot. It's good though. It's good stuff.
Round up. You talking about the millionaire makers. These dudes, class tonight. We got the special, man. This is probably going to be the best training of the year. So far. Round up. Greetings, class. Come on in, guys. I love you guys.
Come on in.
So tonight, I am Kris Haskins. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. And doing that, I'm doing my best to bring you the right people that are going to help get you over the hump and doing your first or your next real estate transaction. And tonight, I've got two of my secret weapons. These guys I've been knowing for many, many years, but they're going to tell you a little bit about their stories tonight, what brings us here. They are local in my market too. Every time I talk to them, not every time, a lot of times when I talk to them, they are on the way to look at a house.
80% of the time.
I'm like, damn, dude, call me back. I mean, matter of fact, one of them called me Friday. I was leaving the gym and the man's like, Kris, I got a deal I need you to look at right now. So,
go.
Right now. So round up Vince Gantt and Gregg Hucks, full-time real estate wholesalers. What's up, homies?
What's up, my brother?
Glad to be here as usual.
Yeah, man. This is
hanging out with Kris Haskins. It don't get no better than that, man.
It gets no better, man. For Monday, this is an awesome way to spend a Monday, man. For sure.
That's right. Forget that TV, right? If you're on TV, turn it to something that's going to uplift you.
Learn something. Yeah, right.
That's right. That's right. Get out of those old habits. So round up tonight. This is the opening registration for the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy. We have put together a training for you. It's 2 days. Let me bring this up. This is what we're going to be covering a little bit tonight and show you what we're doing here. The Real Estate Wholesaling Academy. Good God Almighty. Look at all this stuff.
We want to give them all that stuff, Kris.
Hey,
that's a lot of stuff, man.
They're getting the mother load, man. They're getting everything, man.
Good God. I can't even talk. So you guys are going to be getting a lot of data. We're opening the registration.
Good quality, real material. You know?
Oh, cool. For sure.
We get good stuff. We're not picking stuff off the internet and recycling it and giving it back to you. This is straight from two guys that actually wholesale and do deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to apologize for Vince. Vince is very straightforward. He's gonna cut right to the chase. You ain't gonna see him smile a lot. He ain't playing no games.
Man, I'm smiling now, man. What are you talking about?
Smiling now, I like that, man.
I paid him. Y'all don't know how much I gave him some money when we came on to make sure he smiled. So, guys, we're going to be going over what the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy is going to entail. Who are these gentlemen here? You saw them earlier on my channel a few weeks back. I mean, we went 2 hours and we didn't scrape the tip of the iceberg. So we're not going to hold back anything. So tonight we're just going to go over exactly what we're going to cover, on the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy. So they will tell you Vince is a master at working the MLS, working with realtors, estimating repairs, negotiating. Gregg is the master at all the off-market stuff, cold calling, virtual assistants. So we're going to get into a lot of that meat tonight and get your questions answered right now. Guys, let's start with Vince. Give us a backstory of a little bit about you so people know who you are and what you're doing right now, Vince.
Honestly, I like to consider myself a regular old guy. I just happened to get into real estate a few years ago and stick with it. Part of the main reason I've been successful, the success I have had is because I just don't give up on deals. I made my mind up I was going to be successful with real estate wholesaling, and that's pretty much what happened. To kind of give you go ahead, Chris. What were you saying?
No, you good. I mean, I just want, how old are you, Vince? And just tell us how long you've been in the business.
Okay. 32 years old, been in real estate now for about 10 years. Believe it or not, time goes by really fast. Feels like it was just yesterday when I was looking to get my first deal.
I remember.
But since then, over the past 10 years, looking back, we've done a lot of volume. We've done all sorts of deals. We've done a lot of wholesaling. We flipped a few of them, built a couple of them. We're actually in the middle of building one right now. Done a lot of creative stuff, but primarily wholesaling. Primarily I've been a wholesaler, and here in the Hampton Roads community.
So I know I don't want to stay here with so long, but my thing is the stories. You were telling me about your job and tell us how you transferred out of your job into real estate, because I'd be interested in that.
Yeah. Well, me, before I was in real estate, I was actually working for AT&T, right when the iPhone had first, it had been out for a few years, but it was really at the height of the iPhone. Everybody was buying the iPhone. The smart devices was relatively new. I was working at AT&T, making, pretty good money. Things started to change at a certain point, and I started to realize that it may be a good idea to get into real estate. Thankfully I did. I spent a lot of time working for AT&T and actually building my business here, so I guess you can say I owe AT&T a thank you or something, I don't know. But yeah, so during my time at AT&T is when I really did a lot of my researching and building my brand and learning how to negotiate contracts. That's actually part of the main reason why I stopped working there is I ended up getting fired for taking excessive breaks. I used to go for 2-3 hours at a time, or look at houses. And I came back one day and the manager, pretty much told me he had enough, and he went back and backdated all my points for all the other times I did it, and next thing you know, I was out of there. But luckily for me, I'd actually closed the deal before I got fired. So I was just, super confident. I just knew that this is where I was going, wholesaling real estate. And, along the way, I just, I can't stress the importance of just staying up to date on information, and also seeking out good quality information, because there's a lot of information out here that won't really amount to nothing besides the money that you pay for, And I know there's a lot of, newer guys out here that are,
wow.
And also other folks that are experienced that are, that are already doing deals that are always looking for information. So I'm just honored that Kris thought of me to share the information I do have.
Yeah, that's cool. Sounds like your job. I'm gonna leave you alone. Sounds like your job got in the way of you becoming an entrepreneur and spending time on your business.
Definitely did. And I would recommend for anybody that's working a job right now that has any type of aspirations to be successful in wholesaling, and just go ahead and do it.
Well, we're not encouraging them to quit. At least they could start off on the side too.
Well, just take a long break, get fired like me. You won't have no other choice.
Round up, so you hear Vince's story. Let's move on to Greg. Brother G, how you doing, bro?
What's up, my brother? What's up?
I can't believe we finally here. We've been working on this for,
Man.
it's been a month.
Yeah, man, we're here. We've arrived.
We're here. So, Greg, let's give us a backstory about you. I know you're in Hampton, Virginia as well. I love talking to you. Your energy, your spirit, your personality, your philosophy is always on top. Tell me your backstory, Brother G.
Hey, man, Kris, again, thanks for everything. Hey, my name is Gregg Hucks. I'm tuning in just to give you guys some information, man. I'm spreading the good news. So just a little backlog about myself. I'm 34 years old, beautiful wife. Had my baby girl birthdays coming this Friday. So, man, I've really
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I've really learned in this last year, or like the last 5 or 10 years, man, as far as this like transition of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I started at the shipyard. Before that, I had like 14 jobs.
Good Lord.
Distribution. Well, I mean, you name it, man. I was selling knives, selling curbs, vacuum cleaners.
I did that.
Cutco. But that's some good knives.
They told you was gonna make $15 an hour or something. Yeah.
Now you talk like this. You want to do this, like, but that kind of taught me the whole philosophy of like of sales, because
there you go.
When you learn sales, man, you won the game, because when you are in an environment or a job where you're literally trading dollars for hours, as far as I make $18 an hour for 8 hours a day, or if I work overtime or whatever the case, that's pretty much a cap on what I'm gonna make.
Yep.
And after I realized, okay, am I worth more than that $600, $700 a week? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm hiding at the job site, just keeping it 100. I'm hiding, trying to get through to eat lunch, and you got a 30-minute lunch break, and you wait in line to eat your microwave meal, and it's real. And that really propelled me to it forced me to see my mindset in another way, where I can't do this for another 40 years. Like, just being totally honest. Like, I just can't. So I was at the shipyard, and great job. It gave me the opportunity to meet a lot of great people. It gave me a foundation while I was in my 20s, man, to be honest. Like, if everything happens for a reason. So I wish I could have been an entrepreneur when I was 22, but it took me those years to really realize where I wanted to go. And real estate has done that for me. Real estate has opened up a lane that I don't know what other industry really can do that. As far as if you dedicate yourself to this information we're about to tell you, it's endless. I mean, that's all I can really say. It's endless. I really, I'm just thankful just to give you the information.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, G, for that. I know both of you guys. I mean, my thing is the stories. You know, everybody. What we are now is just a culmination of just all the years and all the stuff that we did. People don't see that journey, so I just wanted them to know where you came from. You know, you just didn't show up here on my channel right now.
For sure.
So round up. Listen, tonight, Greg and Vince are going to go over a little bit about what we're going to be covering. Okay, so the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy is going to be March 17th and March 18th, 12 noon. These guys are going to teach for 5 hours, right? 12 noon to 5 o'clock. So the first day will be Greg. He's going to go over a bunch of stuff. We got this little mind map here that we did. We literally built this together, right? So, yep. Greg, the main thing everybody wants to talk about is finding deals, man. Finding deals. Well, I'll let you start. What do you want to start with? What would you want to cover with them, just to kind of give them an overview of what you want to get rolling on?
What you just said, Kris, sourcing deals is the bread and butter of this business. Because in any industry for that matter, you have to identify your leads, however that may be. Rather it be back in the day, like he was saying, Vince, they had the direct mail, the bandit signs, all those type of strategies. But we're in a technology and information age now, where we have software that can light speed perform over all those other strategies. They're still good because you still have a 65, 70-year-old person who just goes to the mailbox and, okay, look at this yellow letter. Like, so it's still opportunity for all those strategies. But if you're trying to really scale up and scale this to capture as much lead flow as you can, oh man, we have some of the best strategies. And I'll just kind of give you a little overview. We have software that does text blasting, cold calling, RVMs, and those are really those modern day strategies that's really performing the best right now.
Yep, good. So, Gregg, what about people that don't want to necessarily, they're working full time and they don't have the time? I know you use virtual assistants. Are you going? Will you be able to cover some of that during this training as well?
During this training, absolutely. I will actually provide you with the exact servicer that I use to actually get your VA that you'll need to run your business. So I'm giving up. I'm paying the veil down, and I'm giving you straight points of contact of who to actually speak with to get these things done. Like there's no other option. I'm not trying to upsell. No, we're getting to the meat and bones. Like that's it.
Thanks, Gregg. I mean, people know your heart is in this, man, which is why I love working with you. I'm gonna go back to, let's switch over to Vince. Vince, what about people that want to work with a realtor? A lot of it is not realtor. You say it, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. People that want to work with realtors, Vince. And not a lot of us kind of stay away from that, but you have embraced that and made a whole system out of it.
Yeah, I really have. Early on, you will hear most new wholesalers or even experienced investors will hear like other agents and wholesalers. They'll say, "Hey, you can't wholesale on the MLS, or you can't list a property that you don't own on the MLS. You can't put a contract on a property that's listed on the MLS.
Yeah.
Or you can't be an agent and also a wholesaler at the same time." I learned early on that a lot of that stuff is not true. And good thing it is, because I've had a lot of success on the MLS. There are a lot of properties on the MLS. And when somebody says, "Hey, I'll show you how to make offers on the MLS," you could literally spend like all your whole life, really. Because if you go on the MLS right now, you will see that there's probably, thousands of active listings right now. So what I'm going to do is show you how to get straight down to the nitty gritty, pinpoint what sellers, what properties you want to make offers on, do it quickly. The way I'm able to, part of the reason why I'm able to be so successful on the MLS is because we're doing a lot of volume. I'm not making one or two offers at a time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we're making up to 50, 75, 80 offers a week.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the system that I have, I've been able to, in one sitting, kick out 20 to 25 offers. So, and I'm gonna share all that good stuff with you.
It's funny you say that. Gregg, you mentioned mindset earlier today. Remember, we were talking about, I got clients that say, "Kris, I put 10 offers. Oh God, I put 10 offers in and nothing was accepted.
Yep.
I'm giving up."
If that's what you're doing, I put in 10, and no, man. It's scalability and value, man. That's why it's so beneficial to source yourself with systems where you can reach the most amount of people that you can reach, and that's why it's so important to cold call and pull good lists and be able to really capture that market that we're looking for.
So how about some of this negotiation stuff? I'll stay with Gregg for a minute. We get to Vince. Gregg, let's talk about some of your negotiation. Does the negotiating start on the phone, or does it start when you get there? Or tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the rapport is built over the phone. Mm-hmm. So the main thing you want to do, you want to build credibility with the seller, and you want to have some sort of connection to the seller beyond the actual money part, because that part is going to come. You want to just let that person know we're in the service industry to really help people. That's really what this boils down to, man, to really help people out of distressed situations. So with that being in mind, you want to speak to these sellers over the phone, build a rapport. And then once you get to the property, you see the condition of the property, then you can pretty much leverage that part when it comes to the negotiating of what their asking price is, because that's when I'll show you tools to actually leverage their asking price based upon certain things that I do to be able to justify what my offer is.
Sweet. Sweet. So Vince, I know a lot of people are like are used to the ma and pa realtor.
Mhm.
Somebody that shows a warm and fuzzy, gonna drive you around and go inside the house and it looks pretty and
Mhm.
is that the realtor that they're looking for?
Not really. You really want to find and this is something that we're definitely going to, touch over. You want to find an agent who's investor savvy, who's investor friendly,
Mhm.
understands how investors make offers, right?
Yep.
In order for wholesalers to make offers, we have to make like multiple offers.
Mhm.
You got to make, as I just stated, we make 75 to 80 a week, right?
Mhm.
Um, if in order to get an offer accepted, you have to make multiple offers on the property. So with that being said, like I said, we kick out somewhere around 75 to 80 offers a week. Um,
But do you have what I'm saying is the realtor that you're looking for, are you going to be able to kind of show us what to look for regarding finding that type of realtor that's going to do this stuff? 'Cause
right,
not
right,
all of them are going to do that.
right. And that's why it's important you find an investor friendly because they understand that investors kick out a lot of offers. They do a lot of volume, and they do a lot of research. And typically they're dealing with properties that are, less than 150,000. So the commission isn't going to be a ton on them.
Mhm.
So yeah, you definitely don't want that. The regular, I call them retail agents.
Retail
These,
agents.
yeah, these are the agents who list properties. They're brand spanking new condition, newly rehab, or new construction or something like that. And they really like the pretty stuff. You want to deal with an agent that's familiar with investors and knows how to make offers on properties that are in as is condition.
Well, since we're talking about Roundup, we're here with Vince Gantt and Gregg Hucks. We are opening up the Real Estate Investing Wholesaling Academy. I'm going to teach you how to get started in wholesaling houses using little to none of your cash and literally no credit. We don't even, matter of fact, guys, when was the last time you even I haven't had my credit pulled. I mean, it's been,
Never, man.
I can't even tell you. Do you guys live in the credit world?
No, sir. We live in the cash,
What is that?
creative financing world. That's the world I live in, at least.
Creative financing, baby.
Private money.
That's the way to go, man.
So, guys, if you think, I would like to ask these two gentlemen. I tell people, I wish I had 25 cents every time somebody says, man, I'm going to get my credit right till I get started. What would you say to those people? We'll go back to Gregg.
Oh man. What I would first say is, what is your goal? What are you trying to do? Are you just using this as an excuse to not get to that goal? I mean, just being honest, because man, in this wholesaling industry, you really do not need credit. You do not need cash on hand when it comes to it's very little cash on hand. I'm not
Financing the house. Yeah.
because you may need to do whatever your like your marketing sources that you'll need to do to get those sellers. But it can easily come from just filling your tank up, driving for dollars. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, man, you don't need to have credit in order to get into this business. You just have to have the information and the education on what you're talking about and the specialized skill set. And that's what we're going to be able to show you in the training.
I love it. Vince, how about you? Well, what if when you hear, no doubt you hear people say, I'm trying to get my credit right. What would you say to that person?
Man, the closest I've been involved with credit or a bank is taking over a property subject to, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Their credit, right? Yeah.
I use their credit, and hopefully, they not watching it. They don't take offense, but it just is what it is, man.
True. It's true. You're being honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. Be
In
transparent.
the real estate world, it's kind of like when you're on the wholesale side of any industry, on the inside of that industry, you just won't settle for what the majority of, again, what I call the retail crowd is doing.
Right.
You can go that goes across the board for pretty much virtually any product or service or whatever the case. But as far as like if you getting started and you worried about credit and all that, number one, you must not have read a whole lot of material because almost every all information that you can find on real estate investing and wholesaling, it all tells you that you don't have to have any credit, or any type of license or any type of prior history in real estate. You really just have to be motivated, have to have your mind made up that you are going to be successful. And, you know, and everything else will follow. A lot of stuff in real estate is asset based. You have, even if you want to step outside of wholesaling and keep some stuff, you know, for yourself to flip or rent it out, you got a lot of, you got hard money, but you also have private money. These, you know, and these guys loan based on the value of the asset, not on your credit. So, you know, it's just so many different options. And even if you were to go to the bank to get, you know, to buy a house, you know, at a certain point, you're gonna over leverage your debt to income ratio is what I'm trying to say. So, see, I'm tripping over words. I don't even speak that kind of language, man. I really don't, man.
I always tell people, like, listen, man, if you think the system is going to finance your real estate empire for you to go out here and just build you got another thing coming.
Portfolio. No, it don't work like that.
Don't work like that. Well, it didn't work like that for me. That's all I can say.
Right.
Yeah. It's really hard to get financing for a house that has its condition too.
Yeah, ugly. Yeah. Repairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me see, guys. I could go all night for this. We're at 26 minutes. We're gonna keep going, but round up. If you go to the video description below, you'll see a link where you can get signed up right now. Don't wait because you're gonna forget about it as time goes on. We're gonna give you a few days for your early registration, and all it's gonna cost you is a few tanks of gas. You know how I get down. I've been working with these gentlemen for hours on top of hours, putting together a system step by step so you can get started right now doing your first deal. Matter of fact, I don't care. Let me ask you, I don't care if the market is going up, down, left, right, front, backwards, or even sideways. You can still do this real estate wholesaling. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I came in 2012, and it was a few years after the recession hit. Everybody told me right now is the wrong time to get in.
Really?
You should have got in.
Hold up. I didn't say that though. I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
Okay.
No, a lot of people told me, you know, other wholesalers told me the same thing. Like, yeah, man, you know, you missed the glory days, you know.
You might have.
And but I still had my mind made up, you know, that I was gonna close deals, and that's what happened.
Greg?
Man.
Up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, or sideways. Can you get in?
Man, you can get into this in any market. Like, it doesn't matter because it's always one thing is for certain and for sure. People got to have someone to lay their head at. I don't care unless it's an apocalypse and the world is blow over into a fireball. That's true. Who can control it anyway? But if we don't,
I wouldn't be worried about money then anyway. We got bigger problems.
I think the value is low on the totem pole. But no, man, like when it comes to this industry, man, real estate, it could be an up market, a down market. You just have to know how to buy and make sure you have equity into the property that you do purchase and know how to, because with wholesaling, you're on the front end of it. Let's say, for example, a person's going into pre-foreclosure and you call them on the phone. Hey, how are you, Mrs. Samuels? I'm called, you know, and just kind of do your thing with that. You can get that property on the contract in pre-foreclosure and you still capturing that equity in it. So it's all about the case per case, you know, basis. Like, so you want to be at bet as many times as you can when it comes to being on the phone with these sellers, because each one is different and the equity position can be astronomical from case by case, man.
You're right. Astronomical. I remember the biggest wholesale dealer I saw back in like 2000. I don't even know. Dude made 110 grand. That's what, and that was a double. I was wholesaling it to him. I'm like, this fool really got a boy. That's what really, I don't tell the story a lot, but what really got my soapbox moving when I sold that joint, I had some land. I sold it for 50. He sold it for 200. I'm like, you know what? I need to get educated. That's when I knew, you know, because you can't get mad at the game, right? You got to get mad at yourself for not being knowledgeable about the market.
Yes, absolutely.
That's real. And another thing is, you got a lot of investors who wait until the market goes down to jump in. You know, a lot of investors won't even buy around times right now where, you know, it's super competitive and everything is selling, going highest and best. You got some guys that say, I'll sit back and wait, you know, for market, you know, for the numbers to get back down to normal, which tells you that you got different kind of investors that thrive in each different, you know, climate. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yep, I agree.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point. So for people that want to get into business, we're talking about, we already said no credit, low cash with the systems. I'm looking at here. Let me get back to my thing. Y'all get your questions in. Let me see how many questions we got. A whole bunch of them. Oh, we got a new member here. Hey, Christina Roberts. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you for joining the Roundup membership. Your question will get answered first. All members' questions. If you look below, there's a little box that says join. Cost you nothing but a large Starbucks coffee. So I got to pay some bills real quick, Jonathan. Hold on one second. This weekend we got Dennis Kimbrough coming on for the book club. Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice. We will be having that our monthly book club for Black History Month, March 7th. We will be asking questions with the author, y'all. With the author, he's coming on. Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice. He will be here March 6th at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys come on back, and if you want to join our book club, that link will be in the video description. We got a lot of interaction, networking, books. I'm trying to get y'all to read more. Read more.
Yes. Yeah.
read
your books.
Cut that TV off, gentlemen. Do you guys watch TV? I want to ask you a personal question. And how much do you watch?
Me. Let me get this more quick, Vince.
Hit it, Greg.
TV, man. Like I the only TV I pretty much watch for the most part. YouTube University, and I do watch Netflix. So I'm gonna keep it 100. I watch my little bit of shows and stuff like that. But generally, man, 90% of the time, I'm podcasting. I'm listening to YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. That's literally it. As far as because TV, man, even with this is me personally. I'm not a big sports fan because it's like for what? Why am I quoting what somebody making? My team made 80 million this year. Your team did what? You didn't do nothing. Like I can't give something so much of myself and can't even give myself 30 minutes to figure out how to better my situation opposed to knowing this whole man's catalog. Like that just kind of it never sat too well with me, man, because I'm 6'3" black dude. So who you play for? Nobody. I didn't play for anybody. I didn't play sports. And it's like it becomes frustrating because you just can't pigeonhole me to just being an athlete. No, I'm I'm a businessman. Like I'm trying to figure out who's writing the checks to the LeBrons or whoever the case. So it's like I'm glad the entrepreneurship is becoming more of a forward thinking process and more realistic because this is the way to go. Because in reality, a lot of people that's trying to make it into the NFL, it's a chance, but it's kind of slim. So you want to put yourself in position to be an entrepreneur and just make your own path, like forge your own path.
Kind of slim.
Man, it's less than slim.
Hurt my lightning, to be honest.
It's like a 0.1 of a tenth of a percent, man. It's like way less than 1%, bro.
You got 5,000 people competing for 20. Anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Greg, I love when you say that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, so to answer your question, as far as just consuming my time on just like TV and all that kind of stuff,
Good for you. I love the way you talk about. My daughter says, Dad, you think your new son will be on what football team he play on? I'm like, football team he play on? Man, he gonna own the team.
Right.
I don't even speak. You're not even. Dude, you talking to an owner. I don't even comprehend that shit. I love it when people say, "What team you going for?" I'm like, "Who's playing?" I don't even know the positions. That's why I love hanging out in these circles, y'all. Listen, guys, round up. Get in the right circles.
Yeah.
Get out of circles that are knowing what teams winning, who played for who got traded to who. And I'm not mad at you if you follow that stuff. If that's your thing.
Oh, how much they make and all that.
How much they making? Who did what? Who got kicked off the team? Hang out in circles is talking, making money. Like, okay, what's the appraisal? Where's the ARV? Estimating the repairs. Okay, we need to go over here and home inspection. Hang out with those type of people because Greg is just the like minds, dog. Like minds.
Let me make a point here real fast.
Yeah, Vince, you next. Go ahead.
I don't like to, get up on the soapbox as they say, but
hit it.
A lot of the entertainers that you will find, athletes, rappers, singers, whatever the case, outside of that, a lot of them rely on real estate for security.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody pays attention to Floyd Mayweather, but every chance he he tells you about all the great investments in real estate he made, is why he's so financially set for the rest of his life. Is because while I was boxing, I was making sound, financial decisions. Same thing with a lot of the other rappers and athletes that you don't know about. These guys own commercial real estate. These guys, you know, do a lot of they buy multi-units.
Yes.
And most of them know that their career is only gonna last so long. It's gonna peak at a certain point, and then from that point, they're gonna need something to supplement that income.
It's statistics. It's statistics. It's going to happen. It will happen. You cannot play, and a lot of guys play for 1 year and then knee get blown out. Anyway, we're not going to go into that.
Yeah. The matter of fact, the guy, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with fortune builders. I know.
That is.
Dan Merrill was an athlete.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right.
He got hurt and got into real estate.
Sure did.
I mean, this is a long list, man. I could just go up and down, like, you know.
You're right. Got a new member here,
real estate, you're in the right place. I tell you that.
Andre Lewis, welcome to the Roundup fam. Andre, thank you so much for joining our group here. All member questions will get answered first during our trainings. I got so many questions here. I can't even get to all this stuff. Wow. Andre, thank you so much, my friend. This Roundup, if you want to join our group, our membership is right there. Just hit that button below to say join, and all your questions will get answered first. You're in the first tier. We will be opening up a few more tiers for some private training where we bring on guys like Gregg for absolutely free. We'll front the bill. But for the beginning membership, all your questions, Andre, will get answered first. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Helps me to keep making the content. Good evening. Okay, if you got the questions Roundup, I'm looking here. I got so many. Good gracious. Wait, what are we rocking? Hit that bell. Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up so we can. Somebody's getting. Well, you get Edna. I'm working on becoming a realtor. So go below. Huh?
I say Edna, we see.
Edna
Merritt.
Roundup. Go ahead and get registered up. That link is in the video description, and you will see the discounted prices right now. Will last for a few more days for a few more days to get registered up for the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy. 2 full-time wholesalers will be on here showing you how they were able to quit their jobs and get into real estate, guys. And I don't want anybody to say, I don't have the credit. My credit's no good. I got enough capital, because you're not even buying a house. You're just flipping paper. How about contracts, guys? You're going to be blessing my rounduppers with your purchase and sale agreement and your assignment contract and all that stuff?
No question.
You already know it.
No question at all. You need that.
You got to have that.
I got a real sweet, simple contract for you that I've never had any problems getting signed. You know, sellers love it. Title companies love it. Brokers love it.
No problem. So Vince, dealing with realtors, Vince, I know we were talking about giving them a boilerplate regarding the RAIN contract that you use in this market here. Obviously, we don't want to say that we're practicing real estate in other states. We're not licensed to do that.
Right.
You can share with them the contract that you use in this market, a template for them to follow?
Yeah, I'll provide like a basic template to follow, but I'll also provide instructions, you know, on ways that you can get a hold of a contract the agents use in your area, you know, which is really going to be based on your ability to network. It's really simple, like bare minimum, you know, networking. You know, if you know how to talk to people, then, you know, you should have no problem being able to get what you need in order to submit offers on the MLS.
Well, I would like to know if you'll be able to give us some script. I want Vince, this is just me. I want you to maybe give us a script or some bullet points we could use too, because some people aren't, but necessarily don't have the gift of gab like you do. And Gregg, maybe you can give them a script to open up to talk to an investor-friendly agent, Vince. Some people don't know what to say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm put together a nice little script for you, where it makes it real simple. Not going to do a whole lot of talking. You know, you'll be able to get in contact directly with an agent and be able to kind of pre-screen them at the same time while you're building confidence in them of yourself, if that makes sense. All right. Yeah. So I got a script that I've used over and over, that virtually anybody with little to no experience or a ton of experience, you know, be able to use and get some good results from it.
I love it. Little to no experience. That's where I live, because when I started out, I had none. I had none.
And honestly, Your ability to reflect your confidence early on will take you a long way. But if you don't know, if you don't have that experience, then you won't be able to speak from a place of confidence unless you have a script.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to give you a script. So it takes the responsibility off of you, and all you got to do is read off of a paper.
I love it. Thank you for that. Hey, Greg, how about people that want to run comps? How do we determine the ARV? You got a little system for that? You can kind of get into a little bit of that.
Yeah. So with the ARV, there's a ton of course, the best way is actually the MLS, to have access to the MLS to get those comps. But you have a ton of tools like PropStream. You can even use Zillow, Trulia. You still can get those from those websites as well to get the sold comps in that area. So you can still use that, but preferably, I mean, MLS bar none. That's the best way to pretty much get them. But there's other tools that we have that we can get them for, get them as well.
Gotcha. And I want Vince. Are you? So you're an agent, but do you represent yourself too? You are a real estate agent, right? Or is your family?
Yeah, I'm a licensed agent. Yeah.
Your agent. Has that helped you at all, or has it hindered you, Vince? What would you say?
It definitely has helped me, because I can put in offers at will without having to go through an agent and wait on an agent to respond and submit an offer. I can, like I said, and on top of that, when I go in as the as an agent and the buyer, then you get, if I wholesale it, then I get the assignment fee plus the commission from the selling agent side.
Ooh, I like that.
Which typically is not a ton, because a lot of these deals you're gonna be doing again 150,000 and under, but 3% of 100,000 is an extra $3,000 that you wasn't, that you almost forget about. To be honest with you, sometimes
you don't even think about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the assignment fee. You got a $15,000-$20,000 assignment fee.
Man,
you're not really, thinking about it. But I still want it, of course. I want it. But yes, I mean, it's really helped me, and I would always encourage other wholesalers to get your license, because when I have wholesalers to say, what do you do? How are you getting deals? Tell me exactly what to do. That's kind of one of the things, but I just can't. You can't just up until now, until I kind of fabricated and put together this program. It's a little harder to do, to jump out there and just make offers on the MLS without being a licensed agent.
I'm glad you're showing us that, Vince, because I'm telling you, I promise y'all, they got some secrets.
Yeah, and believe it or not, a lot of guys that are doing a lot of activity, wholesalers and stuff like that, they kind of play around on the MLS. Some they won't tell you about it.
So somebody didn't see the link. Steven, I'm sorry. The link, I put it in the video description. Generally speaking, my audience is on on YouTube, but we just put it. I had my team put it on my Facebook. Also, it's in the comments there to get registered up, my friend. Thank you, Christina.
Steven,
welcome.
Steven, my guy, man.
Yes. Oh, okay, Steven.
Yeah.
What is he riding? Is that a Ducati? What is
he loved bikes, man.
Dude.
Dude, boy. Yes, sir.
Blonde blue, going to my first total remodel. Wow. After a renter broke the plumbing, water flowing out of the toilet. Took a hammer to everything and left. Ooh. Good God Almighty. Your experience on any criminal restitution from renters? Yeah. I'll let Vince go with that one. Vince just he don't want to get into it, no doubt. He just went to court today.
Man, number one rule, man, I never rent to people that I can't beat up myself. So that would never happen in none of my houses. And that's a true story.
Like if you're a big
if Greg, I can't book you, I can't rent to you, straight up.
So Greg, you ain't rent. Just if Vince owned the house, you done.
All day.
Look, Vince, I don't want to. I'd be a great. No, look, the thing about I can't even have that. It's crazy. When your mindsets change, I'm just thinking being landlord. It's just crazy, man.
I ain't even renting. Yeah, you crazy. I ain't renting you.
Yes, indeed.
Now, seriously though, the only answer to that solution to that problem is that you just got to really screen them tight up front.
Yeah.
So you're saying there is no answer. He needed to get in. He needed to prevent from getting here.
I've never had a case where somebody's tore up the house and ransacked it and left me with a whole bunch of damage and
Yeah, that's grimy.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I wonder how it got to that.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Sorry
Must
to
have
hear
served
that.
that 5-day notice on the wrong day.
Sorry to hear that, Born Blue. Sorry to hear that. Sorry.
I had somebody tear one of my places up a little bit, nothing like that, like put trash in the garbage disposal.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
But that,
leaving the toilet clogged up.
I think that's nothing compared to that. Toya Mac, what are our thoughts when people forbearance time is up? It's a good one. That's gonna be a big deal.
Toya, what's up, family? What's up, family? I'll start with that one, Toya. When this forbearance is up, I believe that it's going to be an influx of foreclosures, which I believe is not going to be as bad as the 2008, because the first situation was when the banks were over leveraging and these loans, like to these people that's getting these no verification loans and things of that sort. So now with this Corona situation, I believe that the equity is still there. So I believe it may not be as hard of a blow as it was the first situation. So I'm hoping that it'll leverage itself out with the economy stabilizing somehow. But I believe once they get these moratoriums, it's gonna be a plethora of foreclosures. But I think that it'll still be sustainable because it'll still have equity in them.
Oh yeah.
The situation is complete, not over leveraging these properties. It's just based upon an unforeseen situation like this disease we're going through. So I think that once these, the forbearance happens, I think we'll be fine as far as the equity is concerned.
Vince?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really don't focus so much on, the cost, but I will tell you, as a wholesaler or an investor, it's definitely a lot of opportunity will be created to do creative stuff, go in and pick up some subject to stuff.
Yep.
You'll find a lot of motivated sellers that that have little to no equity but are super motivated. They'll be like, hey man, do whatever you can. I just don't have to deal with the house. And at that moment, if you are willing to do something creative and you know how to work with equity, then you will be in demand. You'll be able to work with some deals. You build your buyers list. You can start working with buyers that do creative stuff. There are a lot of buyers out there like myself, really, that really prefer to come in and take over something. Take over some payments, come in, do some seller finance, a lease option or something like that. So I would, really kind of pay close attention to the market in your area, wherever you're at, and kind of pick the areas I like and start sending out some mail, knocking on some doors and stuff like that.
Toya, I'm gonna give you my take my perspective on that, but I want to make sure I remind everybody, get registered up, guys. Go ahead and get registered up. The Real Estate Wholesaling Academy is open today. Okay. The early registration will last for a few more days. It's only going to cost you a few tanks of gas. You're going to be hanging out with some real winners here. 5 hours, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. We're getting started Wednesday, 12 noon to 5 o'clock. The first day is Greg. Second day is going to be Vince. So you do not want to miss this if you're looking to get started wholesaling, and do not let your credit or no cash deter you from getting into real estate business. Get signed up today. Get signed up. That link is in the video description below. Toya, I'm gonna leave this alone. 30 seconds. I want to tell you that guys, when I walk out of the front door, man, and sometimes I just sit in my house, I'm like, we think that a lot of people know what we know, right? I'm like, who the hell doesn't know subject to or lease option or owner financing or wholesaling? I remember talking to Vince about that. Vince is like, man, I guess I do. I would never get the conversation. I'm like, dude, you know a lot of shit. Vince, you know a lot of stuff. And then you use it, and even Greg, both of you, we use it so matter-of-factly or casual.
Right.
For you, when you turn into dude, I promise you, dude, there's like, I would say probably 0.5% of the people know these strategies in the entire country. We think it's common knowledge because everybody around us knows it.
Yes.
Like everybody, I'm like, damn, everybody's in real estate. Toya, I promise you.
And Toya, she's good because she she got into the multifamily space early too. So Toya, me and her used to work together. She's a good friend. She's smart when it comes to that kind of stuff, man. So Toya, you good, Toya.
But she could be dangerous, dude. If she's got that multifamily under her belt.
Toya,
oh yeah, that's it. I'm trying to get into those multifamilies.
Yes,
you know.
Andre, one of our members, thank you. My sister's looking for a home in 4 different areas. She's interested in. She's willing to buy a fixer-upper to get home completed how she. To get it fixed how she wants. How would you guys handle that as a wholesaler?
My sister is looking for.
Vince, you want to touch that?
As a wholesaler, I mean, it's kind of hard as a wholesaler, because I've had investors and other people come to me and say, "Hey, I want a house in this area."
X, Y, Z, A, B, C, boom, 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 boom.
And I really never cater to that. I always tell them like, "Hey, I just go get deals. You know, whatever buyer is in that area that likes to buy is going to be a deal for him." Because it would just be too time consuming, and money. It probably wouldn't be any type of return on the amount of marketing that you have to put into it to get what you're looking for. As a wholesaler, I wouldn't say that a wholesaler is who she wants to deal with. Honestly, she probably wants to find her an agent, that can go on the MLS and pick, find properties that fit the descriptions which she's looking for.
Yeah,
Greg,
I 100% agree with you, man. Like, an agent, I would definitely recommend you getting an agent, because when it comes to the host, like, I get calls all the time. Hey, I got somebody trying to rent this property or trying to buy this property. Like you said, man, that's just another whole lane. You know what I'm saying? So so I would recommend definitely getting an agent, and then give that agent your criteria, and then they can pretty much source and find you something on the MLS, because it'll be much easier and much more less time consuming.
And it'll be a lot more user friendly. Like the stuff, guys, we don't do warm and fuzzy. Well, I want to ask them, do y'all do warm and fuzzy?
No.
And on top of that, wholesalers, we're not trying to do a whole bunch of showing houses and I don't like this one. And, hey, listen, you like this house, then you gonna like the first house I show you.
Come on,
we out of here. I am not showing you 5-10 houses a week for the next 6 months. It's not gonna happen.
Right. That's not happening.
I admire realtors. I'm like, I admire y'all. How do y'all drive these fools around? I'm like, how did he do it?
How do you do it? Man, I don't even know half of my buyers. Never met them, man. Never met them, bro. Don't play on me.
Driving, I admire you, dude. Matter of fact, I'm so in awe of how you can put up with these buyers.
Yeah.
And they have their choice. They got a budget of $100K and they want a $300,000 in-ground pool. Like, let's be realistic at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take my hat off to the agents, man.
You know when I realized that I was not cut to be an agent, like a retail agent? I tried it one time, I ain't gonna lie. I was riding the buyer.
I can see Vince now.
Yeah, right though. I had look, man.
Non-smiling ass.
I had a button-up shirt and everything on, man. And I drive, we go to the house, it's everything she's looking for. But before we even go inside, she like, I don't like it, because the neighbor house got a window unit hanging out, a window AC unit hanging out of the window.
Bro,
I said, okay.
Come on.
This is when I knew I wasn't coming back the next day.
So round up, we're not talking about driving people around. We're not talking about showing houses. I've been doing this since 2004. I cannot remember the last time I showed a house. I want to ask Greg, when was the last time you showed a house?
Man, the first I show is on my live when I go to these properties, man. That's what I normally do. When I get a property in a contract or whatever the case, I'll jump on my live and show everybody at the same time. So it pretty much creates some sort of like frenzy, like what you got. So
you're done.
That's my main piece is finding investor in buyers. As far as the retail person is trying to find a home to live in, I definitely would, recommend them to an agent, man. Just so it's easy on their part. and it's definitely easier on my part because that's a lot to deal with on a daily basis. It can be very demanding to accommodate every day. So what you got, and I just would rather not deal with that.
Yeah, and guys, we don't do that. We don't show houses. We don't drive people around. We don't pre-approve for loans. And I hear it all the time, Kris. You put a lockbox on the door, somebody goes in there, they take something. I'm like, man, that is the least of my worries, dude. My time is worth more than a refrigerator, more than a stove. If they're gonna take the stove, it's $400. I mean,
right.
And sometimes I'm like, you know what? House don't come without it. Okay, now house said house does not come with
stove.
Literally, that's it.
I don't care. My time is worth more than Jeffrey. Our topic: how you recordings for the mobile home class. We sent out 30 today. I didn't know we had a lot more recordings than we expected, but yes, they will be out. You will get them within the next 24 hours, brother Jeffrey. Thank you. And we will be offering a recording for this one. If you didn't get that, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all. If you want to get the mobile home masterclass, the recordings, right? You can get those. Darn. That is in the video description too. That you'll be able to get this for one more day. The mobile home masterclass, 4 hours of Stephanie showing you how to get started in mobile homes. That is the link. That link is in the video description as well. But Jeffrey, yes, for the wholesaling Academy, you will be able to get the recordings. It's going to cost you a few dollars because we have to pay somebody to edit this stuff and chop it up, put it on there. Okay, so yes, if you get registered up, you'll look when you go to the checkout for the Wholesaling Academy. There's a little box at the bottom that you can slide the lever over to reserve your recordings, so you can come back. And I promise you're going to want to get the recordings because you can come back and study if you miss something. It's going to be so much data to get, okay? So don't be cheap to yourself. My thing is, look, you deserve it. You're worth it. You're worth it.
Invest in yourself.
Stay there for a minute, Greg. You were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, man. Investing in yourself is the best ROI because once you educate yourself, you can rinse and repeat that process, and you'll make your money back on whatever initial investment. So just make sure you educate yourself because them Jordans we paying $200, $300, $400 for. Wow. I mean, they just can sit in the closet, but this right here, you can invest in Nike with them. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure that you be smart about and be intentional about your education and where you're trying to go.
Intentional. I like that word there. Don't let the market tell you what to do. You tell the market what to do.
Exactly.
I am Jaguar Paul. Hey, what's going on, Jaguar Paul?
That's my movie. Oh, snap. Jaguar Paul. You got to be a bad man.
This is a lady right here. She is.
It's a lady. Okay.
You know what? She's from Newport News.
Okay.
She's a beast, man. I see. She is going to tear this industry up. Jaguar, I better see you at the class. But I got your text on Insta too. You thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Good evening.
Damon Brown, may I ask what's the best way to market for properties? We were talking about. We went over all of that earlier. Wow, Damon. I mean, we did that. If you look at that's the first thing we talk about. I don't even want to go back there. Y'all want to touch that again? Okay, you can rewind it for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Sure. Damon, no disrespect, my friend. We're at an hour here. I want to make sure I get to everybody. Just rewind the video and you'll be right there. Royal does not watch TV. Good for you. Good for you. Do not watch TV. Angela, documents. Yes, they will give you all the documents at this training. All the documents will come with it, all the contract. Royal, how often are we offering this course? My next question is, will you go over the website design, where to get a real estate website done? And either one of you guys would have touched that?
That's not my area.
Actually, you want to go first?
Oh no, that's really not my area. So I'm listening on this one.
I mean, I found a lot of success, using an on-carrier website, which a lot of investors have,
Just use carrier.
Yeah, because they really did an excellent job on the back end, building stuff in that you can easily integrate it with different CRM systems, and also made it real easy for you to be able to optimize it. And the creator, his name is Trevor Mall. I've been able to call in and get on the phone directly with him, on more than one occasion. They got a really good product there. I don't work for him at all, but
Well, the thing is, it's already built up. Well, so Vince will be going over that throughout the academy to let you know what websites you need to get hooked up with because it's already optimized.
Yep.
I don't like recreating the wheel. I want to just go for whatever's working.
That's it.
So Jeffrey Campbell. Jeff wants to know, Vince, I need mentoring on how to do this. I'm a new realtor. Come to the class.
Hey, Jeff, man, you in the seat, bro. You in the driver's seat. All you got to do is drive, man.
That's right.
You already got your license. You got a very unique identity, because you can go either way and make plenty of money doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Jeffrey, you're already a realtor, so you're going to have to follow the blueprint. Vince is going to give you the blueprint. You don't even have to go find an agent. He's going to give it to you.
He's going to lay it off.
Yeah. Royal Gigi, I live in Texas. Can you be an agent and an investor at the same time?
You got to ask somebody in Texas. I'm pretty, in most places you can.
I'm sure they're doing it there, Vince. I mean, it ain't like it's a...
Yeah. It comes down to like freedom, right? They can't tell you that you can't be an agent and an investor. You can't be an agent just because you're an investor. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you that.
Nope.
And also, what I too would also recommend for you, Royal in Texas, make sure that you just go on Facebook Marketplace and look for RIAs inside of your local area, and that's a great networking tool to be around those type of people that is doing something similar, because being an agent and an investor, yeah, you can walk and chew gum at the same time. I mean, you can have an LLC established and you can build that for your family, for your legacy. So you definitely should be able to invest as well as be an agent.
Yeah, I don't see why you shouldn't.
Exactly.
Wants to Isaac. Oh, nice picture. Nice looking couple there. Well, you guys cover communicating with sellers and negotiating. I feel like that's where I struggle. There we go, right there, my friend. Home appointment and negotiating. You got to get that down. Greg's going to have a whole section on that. Off-market wholesales. Okay, Isaac, so get registered up, my friend. Get registered up. Andre went over yours already. Denise, Vincent, how does your broker feel about you doing wholesale deals? I'm working on my real estate license too. It's a good question, Vince.
That is actually a really good question. The first broker I was at, she didn't mind, and the broker I'm at now doesn't mind either. You really to me, the biggest thing is you just have to disclose it in the contract. Agent, what do I put in there? Let me think of the exact verb. And it says something like principal party to LLC is a licensed Virginia real estate agent. Pretty much in real estate, as long as it's on paper and everybody understands and agrees to it, then it's valid.
Do they care? Has that given you any kickback?
No, they don't care.
I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean, that's to build more credibility, showing that you have fiduciary responsibility, showing that you are asking for the regulation. So it actually is more of a benefit, in my opinion, to show that you're the professional in terms of the transaction.
That is true.
Now, I will tell you this. When I first got my license, I was kind of shopping around, and surprisingly, I heard a couple of brokers tell me that I wasn't able to be a licensed agent and wholesale at the same time. I already knew I could. I wasn't in the business of changing anybody's mind or trying to reshape the way you think and all that.
Right.
So I just found a broker that already knew what she was talking about. But I will tell you to be leery. You got brokers and agents that's been out here for years on top of years, and they still giving this information. So, just be sure that you're asking the right person and going to the right place. And even if they tell you no, it don't mean it's right.
Right.
That is so deep, dude. That is so deep. I love when people say you can't do that.
Can't do that. In real estate, you can pretty much do anything.
Yes.
As long as the buyer and the seller guys are in the same agreement with whatever's on that paper, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. And I know these gentlemen have heard you can't do that. I don't want to ask you how many times you heard it, but you are doing it. So it can be done. So, and we're doing, obviously we're doing it too, but it gives it more validity on my channel when I see the young guys coming in, man. I'm so honored to be with y'all tonight.
Thank you.
Let's see. How does it work? Feel? Oh, you're a realtor, you're a broker. So you're good as long as you disclose. And there are events, a lot of people, I think every broker isn't going to be cool with this, would you say? Because a lot of brokers are going to want to know what's going on, do this.
Yeah, I will tell you, you will run into an issue if you start putting contracts on properties that you can't close on. And, the sellers, the other side, they start to contact your broker and say, hey, look, I got a property in the contract they're not going to close. Or if you start getting into stuff where you're not turning in an earnest money deposit the right way, you do have to be a lot more clean.
That's what Gregg was saying.
On when you are licensed, because it's a lot more regulated.
Yep.
And but besides that, if you're doing everything right, and we're gonna show you ways that you can build stuff into the contract that no matter what, you should be able to get in and out without losing any money or with little to no risk. You might, if you get yourself into a contract that you can't close on, the most that you're gonna do is upset somebody. But hey, we've all been upset before. But yeah, if you follow the instructions we're gonna give you, and then you shouldn't have, your broker shouldn't have any issue with you wholesale.
You gotta get their emotions out. Emotions. I keep telling my daughters, these emotions are going to kill you. The real estate, you gotta take your emotions out of it.
Oh my goodness! You gotta have alligator skin. You have to have. Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, that's Chris. You said them off.
I remember I used to watch my mentor. He used to walk in the house. I mean, wouldn't smile, frown. I mean, he just had no emotion, dude. I watch him go in. I'm like, I was a newbie. I'm like, you're gonna love this house, dude. Come take a look at it. It's got a brick here. It's got a roof. You guys have heard the story a million times from other people too. Vince, you gotta look at this house. And you're like, what are the numbers? What are the numbers?
Yeah, that's all they care about is the numbers.
I don't even care. It could be a dog. He used to walk in. Okay, all right, let's go. I'm like, damn, this dude didn't even flinch. And you guys are the same. Even when I was hanging out with Gregg at that house, it's like, I don't really care. I mean, it's just numbers in a box,
That's it.
Dark Man X, the join button doesn't work on the phone. That's weird. Sorry about that, join. Well, we'll get it ready for the next time. Sorry about that. I'm Jaguar Part. Do you need an LLC for your wholesale company before you get your business cards, website, etc.? Let's Gregg get that one. Let's head it last.
You can get the property on the contract as a sole proprietor. So you can get on the contract under your name.
Oh yeah.
And from that point, you can close your first couple deals. And if you want to then get your LLC, I'll recommend that because you can leverage your LLC for business lines of credit, and that'll be a benefit for you on the longer road. But as far as just getting started, you don't need to have your LLC.
Jaguar Part, we need to focus on getting you close to a
business cards is cool too, but it's like that's almost one of those things. Like I mean, it's good to have if you're in passing, but I wouldn't even put too much emphasis on a business card because I'll just get your number. Like, what's your, I mean, even getting their social media, what's your Instagram, or what's like that's more so the transaction that we're looking to do now. Business cards is it's good to have. It's just something to kind of leave a mental note in their head, but it's really not a necessity.
Vince, what would you say?
To that answer, there's many different answers, honestly, but I would tell you, just get started somewhere. You can definitely sign contracts underneath your personal name, or you can sign them underneath an LLC. But if you're gonna put it on a card and on marketing material, then you definitely want it to be filed with the SEC. So last thing you want to be doing is saying, I own, Great House Buyer Company LLC, whatever you want to call it. And you don't file it. You put it all on your cards. And wait a couple months and then go where somebody already got that name. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that more than anything, don't get caught up on the colors and the logo and putting your logo on shirts and
get on
the phone with sellers, learn how to comp properties, learn how to market, and then all the fun and cute stuff, that'll come along, and then there's no point in getting all pretty up front, if you ask me, until you actually understand the material.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I wouldn't be thinking about it.
Yeah.
Good handyman. Hey, thank you so much for your super sticker, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate your love offering. Andre Lewis, one of our members, talked to a brokerage firm at a job for a veteran today, and they said that they give veterans 20% commission. Does that sound realistic? I don't know what that means.
Talk to a brokerage firm at a job Is this veteran an agent?
I guess he's talking about an agent. Yeah, I don't know.
So he's a licensed agent that when I guess this particular brokerage would give a 20% commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's not good at all. Like, that's pretty low.
You need to get 50%, right?
Man, I'm gonna get 70 and 80.
I mean, everybody ain't gonna be Vincent Gantt. I'm just talking about generally speaking.
20 is pretty bad. Pretty low. 50, at least 50.
What you look for, Vince?
To me, if you're paying 50, you want to go somewhere where they're doing a lot of marketing and stuff like that.
Maybe they are.
Well, maybe you need to go somewhere else. I wouldn't go nowhere for 50-50 split, to be honest with y'all, to give you a real answer on that question.
Gotcha.
I'm looking 70 and higher.
70, okay.
Even with no experience, you can find you a nice firm where you can come in doing 70%.
Okay, we are got 115 people on here, guys. Make sure you get signed up for the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy. Registration opens today. It will be starting 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 12 to 5, and the 18th, 12 to 5. You got 5 hours with these real estate wholesalers, guys, to get started. Learn how to get started wholesaling real estate. Get signed up now. Get signed up. Don't wait.
Sign up. Don't wait.
If all you learn is how to get your marketing and ramp one new marketing skill, that would be worth the price of admission. If all that's all you got.
I'll tell if somebody watching this that's a newbie that's kind of almost there to press the button, and we're not here to talk you into buying anything.
Nope.
Whether you buy this product or the next product, whatever the case, I will tell you to learn to reframe your mind, to learn to, like Gregg said, invest in yourself. You'll start to like it, and you'll start to understand the importance, and you'll start to see, understand that things do come of it. It's not just this invincible thing where you just do some money in the air and got a book and nothing happened. You will obtain knowledge. You'll obtain a certain level of confidence. If you can spend $300 on a course, and it can give you, and all you do is take out of it one terminology and one word, or one concept. That'll change your mind. That may open up a new avenue in real estate for you, but it may only do something small for you. It may only get you somewhere in one deal 5 years down the line. You know what I mean? Because you can recite something that you learned from this conversation or from this course and apply it, that one time, and it make you $20,000 or $30,000. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's deep.
That's deep.
Once you start spending too, it's like, man, I have to make my family. My wife, she's the entertainment, but like Dennis Kimbrough has this E to E thing, education to entertainment ratio. So I'm like, look, every time we spend $100 on this, I want $100 on education. Got $100 on movie tickets, dinner, shoe, whatever. Look, dude, we are the worst. We're taking time, and I'm telling you, we're not charging. This is peanuts to what I paid, and I'm sure you guys have paid. I mean, good God, I don't even know.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I used to fly across the country, man. I spent more on airplane tickets. For real. I used to fly across the country, go to all types of seminars, $1,000 tickets.
1,000 here, 2,000 here, 1,000. Yeah. We're doing this because they love you. Go ahead, say, Vince.
I was just saying, the cost of the tickets, the flight tickets in the room was
hotel,
more
food.
Yeah.
And then even still too with the cost, man, you got to see it like this as well. It's like, how much do you believe in yourself to commit to something that you say you want to do? It's just like some skin in the game. It's like to pay a small percentage of something that can yield you an endless return. It's literally it's a no-brainer, man.
No-brainer. Yeah. I just paid shit. I bought 2 courses this week. I spent $3,000 this week just on computers and I mean, just on whatever, but it's for the business. It's for the business.
You ain't even think twice about it.
I don't. My wife's like, I'm gonna give it a card.
And you actually enjoy it. You learn to appreciate it. You learn to join it. And like, you'll come across opportunities where you won't even hesitate.
You don't think about it.
And if you miss out on the opportunity, you realize you missed out on something.
Mad.
So I've done that before. I'm like, man,
I get mad.
Took advantage of that, spent that, whatever,
It's
You
irrelevant.
don't have to spend money. You will have to spend money in order to be successful. Everybody loves to make, stuff about, learn how to flip houses without using any money. And well, that's true. You don't have to actually buy the house, but you do have to educate yourself.
You got to have
Go ahead.
no, you have to have the specialized knowledge in order to be efficient in anything. So just take the time really to absorb this information, process it, feel good about it, because it's something that is far beyond the money part. Like, it's so much far beyond the money. It's the feeling of freedom and liberation, and knowing that you have some skills where you can apply anywhere, and you can live a phenomenal lifestyle based upon knowing what a small percentage of people know. That's it.
And it's not. We're not talking about being millionaires overnight, guys, because you don't even have to have $1 million to have a nice lifestyle.
No,
you don't have to have $1 million. People think we compare ourselves to the Jenners of the world and the superstars, and I'm like, these dudes are not even on your planet. Don't even just look at somebody that's closer. That's why I love hanging out with groups like this. Where are you going to even hang? The majority of people, I'm telling you, Greg, you already know this. They go to work. Their circle of influence are people that work 9 to 5. Their mindset is shackled. You try to tell them something. What are you talking about? That can be, so we're offering these people a place to get out of that.
Yes. A fresh breath of air when it comes to just imagine being somewhere and you try to tell somebody your dreams, and you already know they're going to shoot it down based upon projecting their insecurities and fears on you. This is a space where it's endless. If you want to be an owner of a football team, let's figure it out. Let's reverse engineer it. I don't care what it is. This is going to be the vehicle that gets you there to whatever your goals and your passions are.
Let's get started. Yep.
That's true, man. Real estate, and I know we're not gonna stick on this subject, but wholesaling, closing on deals and wholesaling gave me a special level of confidence to carry me into other areas of life. That I use that experience to know, hey, I can achieve this, I can accomplish this. It definitely brings a special level of fulfillment. A lot of times you ride through different areas, and I ride down streets where I wholesale 3 or 4 properties that was prior to me wholesaling. They was abandoned, boarded up houses, and now you got new construction.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I played a role in increasing the comps in that area. You know what I mean?
Good for you.
So it's a lot of fulfillment that comes along with
let me also say this too. Let me say this to piggyback on what you said, Vince, because it's real you said that, because when you in this business, you're not only helping yourself, you're helping your locality as far as practice. You're helping the contractor that you're getting work from. You're helping the seller who's going through that pre-foreclosure. You're helping the end buyer that's flipping it to provide for his family. You're helping the agent. You're helping the brokerage, the title companies. It's so many people that you're helping just based on a specialized skill set. To, I don't know, it's you can't relate the feeling, bro. It's bigger than money. It's about community, and we're bringing back value into our areas to take part in them.
The lender, the realtor, the home inspector. I mean, you can go on and on, Greg.
Yep.
So the BMS. Oh, let me answer this one real quick. Toya, this is all virtual event. You're only going to be able to take this training from the comfort and safety of your living room or wherever you're going to be in the country. Okay, so this is nothing in person, all virtual. Okay, and we will offer a recording for this after it's done. We will offer, if you can't make it, we'll have a different plan for people that can't make it to that. Soda, if the second mortgage is maturing in 2022, should I still take it subject to or wholesale it?
Wholesale that bad boy. It all depends on.
It depends.
How much is left? How much is left on the note and stuff like that?
If it's $10,000, you can pay it off. Buy it.
Yeah.
If you broke and you ain't got 10 grand,
wholesale it.
It's real simple. I'm telling you, this is simple. If you don't have the money, wholesale. If you do get the money, buy it.
Yeah, literally.
Or you can get the money. Yeah, that's easy.
Hey man, that's good that you looking to do some creative and pick up some subject to stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if you knew or not, but.
Well, I got my best houses with loans that are coming due soon because the seller's like, man, shit, what am I gonna do? Chief Dome, hey, what are your thoughts on buying USDA foreclosures? Is this the right time, or do you recommend that investors wait for the foreclosures to come? It don't matter what type of foreclosure. This is still a foreclosure. Or are they different foreclosures? I don't know.
USDA, that's like the agricultural, right?
Yeah, but it's still a foreclosure. It's going to foreclosure.
Yeah. So yeah, foreclosure. I mean, if you can get it pre-foreclosure and get with the seller that and catch their note up. I mean, and just do a subject to deal. So I mean, I don't see. Yeah, it shouldn't matter as far as what type of foreclosure.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
110 people in here. Thank y'all for coming up. Round up. Get registered. Stuart in Buffalo. You don't need to get a real estate license to make money. That's right.
Yeah.
You're not.
Absolutely, Stuart.
Numbers don't lie. Y'all suggest. Good night. TB Williams. What are good numbers? What percentage of the deals helps you to know if the deal is good?
All right. It all goes back to that formula. Goes back to the specialized knowledge. You have to. It's pretty much three numbers you want to be considerate of when it comes to a good deal. You want to know what the after repair value is, what it's worth all fixed up. You want to know how to find the repair cost, and then you put your fee in there, and that'll give you what they call your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. Mm-hmm. That is the magic number that you're going to present to the seller. And that's pretty much how you'll gauge your deal. So the percentage part, you don't have to really concern yourself with that. Once you get those numbers, you'll know what you want your fee to be, and you can go from there.
Yeah, we tried. Well, I remember before, Greg, years ago, we were at 65%. I was like ARV. I'm sorry. Yeah, ARV times 65%.
Yeah.
It's going back up to 70%. I don't know. It might be even higher now. Well, do you use 6.6.7 G, or how, do you just back out the repairs and your fees and costs?
I use 0.7. So I'll take the ARV times 0.7 minus repair costs minus my fee.
So Williams, the market fluctuated. When I got in, it was 0.8. When I started in 04, it was 0.8. The market was like that. It was going vertical, I mean, the volumes are crazy, kind of like they are now. So at point, if you can't lose, you can either do it times 0.7, or we just back out repairs, back out costs, and a fee, or if you're wholesaling fee, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's two ways you can do it. Stuart there. A Sago, best way to learn rehab costs. And you're going to be talking about estimating repairs at the Wholesaling Academy, right, Greg?
Yes. You gotta log in to get that information. That's gonna be some good stuff.
You got to do that. You're going to have to learn how to do repairs, guys. You got to. Hector, is this course for newbie, Greg?
It's specifically for new. It's for it's for newbies for sure. This is what we're setting this up to do, is to teach a person that doesn't know anything about real estate or anything about wholesaling or systemizing a business. And we're going to give you all the systems that you're going to need to generate leads. We're going to get to the sellers. We're going to show you how to analyze the deals. We're going to give you the title companies you'll need, give you the contracts you'll need. We're going to give you everything you're going to need. So you don't need to know anything. Just bring yourself a pen, a pad, and that's it.
Yeah, we'll have a workbook for you too when you show up, Hector. Newbie, yeah, this is who it's for. When I contacted them, Hector, I said, listen, man, I want to do something for people that are brand new. Those are my first words. Brand new. So cool. A lot of times when you're old like me, 2004, it's hard for me to really remember all the new challenges and hurdles that one goes over. I was telling my wife, I'm like, dude, I'm so far gone on paycheck to paycheck. I can't even remember. I'm so away from that, so. But that's a good thing. I don't want to go back to that, but that's saying that I'm growing, right? So I want to share with y'all exactly the step-by-step, and with the younger people that are kind of starting out in the business.
Yeah.
Martina Raphael activated my disabled. Okay. Oh, damn. I've been hacked.
You've been hacked?
What is that? Disactivated my disabled account. I don't know what that is. Get your questions in, round up. If you'd like to get a question for JDW, super cool dudes, send them deals and they get them moved.
Hey, yes, Falcons. Yes, you already know, bro.
Stuart, do you know anyone that would do piggybacking for credit? I don't. What is piggybacking?
Like authorized users and things of that sort? Yeah.
I don't know.
Explain that. Explain piggybacking.
I think you mean like authorized users in trade lines, if I'm not mistaken. But if you can specify,
Okay, for building like business credit and stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Andre, one of our members, he was talking about the 20%. He meant 2 times the commission. So does that sound realistic to you, Vince?
2 times the average.
Remember, he was
commission
talking
for
about
I've
20%
never
earlier.
really been familiar with what veterans. I never knew that veterans get paid a different commission than
Yeah, me neither.
everybody else.
Sorry
I mean,
about
I can
that.
imagine in some firms they probably do, especially in this area.
Oh yeah, right.
Where they try to be, real veteran friendly, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roundup, give us a thumbs up for optimization purposes so we can help more people. I think we got a new member here. Who is this? Thurman. We got a new member just joined up. My friend Thurman. Hey, Thurman, thank you so much for becoming one of our members and supporting the channel. It is because of you and our members that are helping us to continually bring this content. Thank you so much, my friend. Look at this, y'all. My uncle has been doing subject to since the 1950s.
Woo! Yes.
Whoa.
You know, it's weird. I just feel like brown people, in my opinion, brown people kind of just got hip to this.
Yeah. Well, I think with wholesaling and different stuff and in real estate, a lot of this stuff didn't really have names up until recent years. You get what I'm saying? Like subject to, it was just simply taking over the mortgage payment. You know what I mean? You get behind on your mortgage, you go talk to a family member, say, hey, look, catch up my payments, I'll sign over the title to you.
You're right. It's been quantifiable and it's been definable based on the internet. Roy Gigi said, I know people charging $15,000 for these courses they teach other, but this is outrageous. You're right. You're right. People.
Yeah.
You're right.
Again, it's not about the money. It's really about providing the knowledge. That's all it is, man. Providing the knowledge, man. And because the people who want it, because let's say, for example, you pay $15 grand because you get riled up. Yeah, I can do it. I want to go on one vacation a year. Do you picture all that stuff? It's all true, but it's a lot of smoke and mirrors to that stuff. So essentially, I don't want to take 15 grand from nobody to do anything. But no, the information is that we're giving you our knowledge to expedite and speed that learning curve, so you really can just get into the business and grow it however you grow it. And that's all I'm trying to do. And Vince, I'm sure the same thing.
Yeah. Jennifer says, y'all got the formula. I'm in. I just need the steps. There you go. That's what they're going to give you step by step. Understand this. Thurman, is it all questions answered with content and directly to what is asked? So many courses or instructors that charge do not give you an answer on what you asked. It's going to be just like this, Thurman. They will teach for an hour and a half. We'll do Q&A on that section, Thurman. You're going to have a handout. You can follow along. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to get the documents that they're going to go over. But it's going to be Q&A. I don't like doing where it's just one person talking the whole time. It's going to be exactly like this. You're going to get your questions answered specifically until we get them down every question. We're not going to leave until the questions are answered. Kind of like tonight. I don't know if we'll get to all the questions tonight, but during the training, what you pay for is time with these gentlemen. Hour and a half, Q&A. Section, boom, 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 Q&A, bathroom break, okay?
Yep.
Javier, how do you get the legit cash buyers? Where do you guys do business in which cities? Cash buyers is big.
Yeah, cash buyers is huge.
Covering that.
Yeah, we'll be covering that. We'll be covering all.
Want to do that now? Yeah, we had an hour and a half. We'll be going over that. I don't know.
That's one of the easiest things to do, Javier. I'll tell you, we'll definitely cover it. But I always tell people, hey, look, if you got a deal and no buyers, you'll have buyers, in no time if it's a deal.
If it's a deal, yeah.
If it's a good deal and the numbers make sense, then you got plenty of buyers for it.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that's the easiest part?
I would say finding buyers is definitely a lot easier than finding sellers.
Oh man, shit, yeah. We're like sharks in a barrel. We're just waiting for the stop.
Yeah.
Finding the buyer, that's too easy.
Real Gigi, I got a question. Being that I'm going to be working in real estate as a wholesaler, how do I go about buying a home for myself as a wholesaler?
To live in?
Subject to probably, yeah.
You want to go, Greg, or you want?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So let's say, all right. So you said you're looking to real estate as a wholesaler. How do I go about buying a home? So I mean, it's a couple things. I mean, I don't know what your credit's looking like, but being that you're going to be learning wholesaling, you're going to be first boots on the ground to these sellers to get the property at the deepest discount. So if you say for example, market to a certain area and bam, now you got a seller that's going through this and that. Now you get it on the contract. You can try to be creative with a seller if they're looking to go that route, or two, see how your bank situation is, where if you have a job, you can just get a traditional loan, for that property, or you can just wholesale it and continue to stockpile your funds where you're able to afford the down payment you'll need. So it's a couple things, but definitely you're wholesaling, you definitely will be able to acquire a home for yourself that you can live in because you have first option. You can do what you want to do.
Babylon.
That's very true. Yeah.
Thurman, is this step-by-step teaching taught in its simplicity or in the complex of the experts?
Oh, Thurman pretty much trying to tell, hey, I want y'all to put it to me on a plate.
Hey Thurman, we got you. We're gonna spoon feed you every bite, man. Every piece of the puzzle of the system. We're gonna give it to you slow. We're gonna make sure you got it, and we ain't gonna go past it until you got it, bro.
And then you have a recording, so you can go back and recite.
Exactly.
Yeah, reference it. There you go. Look who's in the building, Sean Bowen.
Sean, what's up, brother?
Sean Bowen, Sean, Big Money Bowen.
Another goat.
Yep, another guy. Yep. Soda it's $39,000 for payoff. Okay, I have money. That's the person with the second, y'all. I have money to buy it, but it needs massive work. However, they said they filed for Chapter 13. Will this affect me still? You might want to hold up on that.
Yeah, I always get a little hazy when I start dealing with bankruptcies and stuff like that.
Yeah. You might want to get the discharge paper, dogs.
Yeah.
Because each one of them is a little different.
Exactly.
Well, they're all... Go ahead, Greg.
No, I would say this consults for attorney, man, to be honest with you. That's more of an attorney type of question.
That's true. I know one thing, Vince. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm just gonna come clean. Whenever I get like Vince, this man knows how to find out stuff. I mean, just in general, dude. I'm like, Vince, man, the lender went out of business 20 years ago. Oh yeah, well, gotta go check this out. I'm like, how in the hell? You remember that one dude? It's been several, but I mean, that one you.
Yeah, man, I do a lot of that to close my own deals, man. It just, I don't have a set system. I just, the variety of things, I use them all together.
You figure it out.
Yeah.
Thurman, would this be just focused on wholesaling, or will it touch on subject to as well? This is going to be, I'm going to say subject to real estate wholesaling, Thurman. Now, with the leads that come in, you can convert them however you want to.
Exactly.
Because wholesaling, everything subject to lease options, owner financing, land contract, all that stuff orbits around the skill of being able to learn how to wholesale, which is located in the deals.
Yeah.
So you can use it however you like.
I think, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Hold on, my screen just went out on me for a second.
Did you got to plug it back in?
We can see you too.
We can see you good.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, I can't see. All right, wait, all right, we're good then. Okay, cool. I don't know.
We got a few more. My son is upcoming junior at HU. Wow, I want to get a 2-bedroom for him. Good for you. Be a boss landlord. Denise, would us guys consider partnering after I get the course? I locate and lock up a seller, and you guys found the buyer. You were just talking about that, Vince.
That's what I've been doing here lately. I've closed a bunch of deals with a lot of new wholesalers lately. Mm-hmm. I love it. I get a lot of fulfillment out of, helping, new people get their first deal done and get that second, third one done. Then you kind of see them off like your kid,
Yeah.
Send them off, on their own merry way. But yeah, I would love if you was to bring a deal. Typically, we split it 50-50. You bring us a deal, find a buyer. If it's a deal, we'll have a buyer for it, no problem.
Yeah. That's Denise. That's actually, in my opinion, that's the ideal way for newbies to get started. Would you say, Vince?
I would say so, because you know, you not only got to know how to get a contract, but you also got to, once you get that property in the contract, you got to know
What do you do?
how to sign a contract,
Yeah.
how to pick the right buyer to sign a contract with. You know, it's a
Give
lot
him a
of.
story, Vince. Give him a story. I know you got a million of them, but give him a story about a fake or somebody that's trying to get your house under contract that you are wholesaling and they want to wholesale it, perhaps. Or
Oh yeah,
fake
you
buyer.
found out all the time. You know, you get properties under contract, and then you put it out there and market it, put it online. You'll get wholesalers that come in, you know, and make offers, try to put a contract on the property. And a lot of them, you know, especially with a newer wholesaler, they won't tell you that they're a wholesaler.
They don't want to know.
Because they know that a lot of newer wholesalers won't want to partner with another wholesaler that they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, because naturally newer wholesalers are like really cautious about everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you know, a lot of these wholesalers, you know, they'll appear like a real buyer, you know, but their whole intention is to tie the contract up and 50-50 chance they can close on it. If they do, great. If they don't, it's your contract. You know what I mean? So
you're gonna give me some ways to get around that, right, Vince?
Oh yeah. So, you know, you shoot us a contract, you know, it's definitely ways you pre-screen and make sure you're dealing with a legit, solid buyer. I will tell you that the majority of buyers in the market are real buyers. Not a lot of guys out here just in at the top of a contract, but you do want to be aware of that and make sure you're dealing with a solid buyer.
You better, or you're gonna be sorry. How many times have I just been desperate trying to get out of a deal, signed to a buyer that ain't worth a damn?
Or you get the one buyer, man. This is a new kind of buyer out here. They put in offers on property and they tell you it's cash, right? But then, like 3 days before closing, you check in with the attorneys. I was like, "Hey, is everything squared away?" And they like, "Oh yeah, we still waiting on the buyer's lender to approve, you know, or send this over or send that over." You like what? But so yeah, just stuff like that. You know, it's always good to work with an experienced wholesaler.
That's the worst. Roundup, get signed up here as we get closed out and get some more Q&A. The Real Estate Wholesaling Academy, early registration, March 17th through the 18th, 5 hours each day. First day's Gregg, second day's Vince. First day, Gregg's going to talk about off-market stuff. Vince does a lot of wholesaling with working with realtors and using the MLS. This is a 2-day virtual training. See there, right in the left-hand corner there? Virtual training. You'll have it at the comfort of your home or anywhere you want to be. You do not have to leave the house. All right. To get signed up, the link is in the video description. And our Book of the Month Club is this Saturday, March 6th, 7 p.m. I will have on Dennis Kimbrough, the author of Think and Grow Rich. It's an honor to hang out with a legend, a living legend, guys.
Yes,
that's a big deal, Chris, right there, man.
Yes,
I will be tuned in. I will tell you that much.
Yes,
that's a real big deal, really.
I'm just like, I get the real author on the book club. I mean,
it's phenomenal. Woo!
The divisions attached. Wow, this is so many guys. A few more questions. I'll let you guys go. I know y'all busy, man. Thurman, I just signed up. Do I get some type of confirmation and do I get a notification to the 2-day event? Thank you for supporting us, Brother Thurman. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. If you signed up, you'll get an email, all that stuff. Unless you you joined. Did you join our membership? If you join the membership, that's just a membership to the channel. If you want to join the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy, that link is in the video description, my friend. I'm going to check out the class. Yes, so good. Thank you for joining. Okay, I'm sorry. Thurman, if you join the membership to the channel is different. That's only $9. Come on, man. Come on.
You say, let's invest, players.
Who said that? Oh. Wow. I'm excited about this. Will you guys be going over subject? Oh, we did that already. That's another class. That's a whole nother class. Dude.
Yeah, subject. Yeah, Chris, you already have information on subject twos already. You got to.
Yeah, you could just go to the channel for that. Yep.
Yeah.
Gunslet. I just tuned in. What's the best route to start to obtain residual income? My wife and I are intrigued with this real estate market. Wholesale is residual income, so you know.
Yeah,
wholesale is not residual.
This class will not be about that. If you want a residual income, I don't want to stay here too long. We could talk about that all day. People think that just because you're getting in real estate, you're getting in for passive income. You know, there's several different types of income on real estate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cabrin, anybody got a team? I know wholesaling to find old houses. Contract part. They will be going over the contract stuff. Roy Gigi, how do you keep the buyer from speaking to the seller and going around you?
All right, let me get this one. So that contract, that purchase agreement is a binding agreement between you and the seller, stating that I'm going to acquire this property. And typically, you want to get a memorandum of contract where you record it at whatever the city is to record that contract. So if the seller try to go do some shiesty stuff, you're locked in where they have to pay your interest off. So essentially, you're clouding that title, so it can't be cleared without whatever you guys discuss. So I will discuss all that too. So that's definitely a work a strategy we can show you to prevent from that seller trying to go around you.
Deal insurance.
And the memorandum of sale is 1 page, and it's what, like $18 or $20 a record or something like that. And it saved me, you know, I done had to use it a couple times, you know, and you will get your money at the end.
Yeah, you will get your money. That's right.
Yeah, but as far as buyers, really, I wouldn't, you know,
that wouldn't work.
Most buyers are not looking to go around you.
Nah, they want you to get your money.
But you don't want to get super comfy and start, you know, let them hang around the seller a whole lot either, you know. But
you will be tested. You will be tested.
Yeah.
All right, this is it, guys. Make sure you get registered up. The link is in the video description. The Real Estate Investing Wholesaling Academy. We're going to teach you step by step how to get started wholesaling real estate. I'll share with you real quick the mind map. This is all the stuff, guys. All the stuff that where is it at? Oops. Vince and Greg went over with me. I mean, look, we got home appointments, submitting your offer, contacted follow-up, locate motivated sellers, identifying sellers, dealing with the agent, making offers, listing the contract. You got it all. Everything you need to know, step by step, right there. Everything, guys. So Vince, they've taken a lot of time put into this, and I know both of them is the meditation of their hearts is to see you succeed. Okay. So round up. That link is in the video description. Head on over there, and you have a few days for early registration, and we will start promptly. St. Patrick's Day at 12 noon, all day with Gregg Hucks, and the following day with Vincent Gantt. Guys, what is your final thoughts you want to say for people that are getting into this business as we cut out of here?
As we get out of here, man, if one quality, if you don't have it, I want you to just put this as a priority, man. Self-discipline. If you can apply self-discipline to this industry, the sky's the limit. So go ahead, get into this training, and let's just get this money, man. Let's figure out strategies that we can implement to just scale and really just live the lives that we can live, man. That's pretty much it on my end.
Thanks, Greg. Vince?
Sure.
I would just tell you, don't be so focused on getting your first deal. Don't be impatient, right? Understand that it is a process. Appreciate the process. Educate yourself while still moving forward at a steadfast pace. Because the last thing you want to do is, you know, get antsy or lose patience on closing that first deal, and then just lose motivation. You know, this time next year you be selling what do they call that stuff? Prepaid legal or something. You know what I mean? So pace yourself, embrace the opportunity to educate yourself, and not so much on the deal. Embrace yourself on the knowledge, the education. Just realize that real estate is everywhere around you. The person that understands real estate understands life, you know, understands how the world goes.
Yeah.
Man who owns property, you know, owns something, you got more say-so in what happens at City Hall. You got more say-so what happens in your neighborhood. You got more say-so about what happens in, you know, in general. So right now, I know it's a lot of, like I say, a lot of newbies that's, you know, just trying to figure out, how can I make that first deal? How can I get that first deal? And that's what they all want to know. You know, they need to know how they can get that first deal. They want the answer. And I just tell them all, educate yourself, enjoy the process. It's absolutely no way you can fail if you put an effort towards and you stick to the process.
Yeah.
Yes.
May not be
It's that simple.
May not be overnight. Yeah. A lot of people think, well, I've been doing this for 30 days.
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah.
Until I'm looking at my nine-year-old boy. You try to walk until you get it. You try to do this business until.
Don't even put a timetable on first anything. Just put the work in, and the results will follow.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that. Great. I like that. Round up. Listen, I love you guys, man. I love you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Listen, man, get signed up. The link is in the video description. Early bird registration will end soon. Subscribe to the channel, like the content, and we will see you on the next video. Vince, Greg, good seeing y'all.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you, fellas.
See y'all soon. See y'all soon.
Night.
Peace, y'all.